Hey, comic crew, Longbox Love Affair here. I'm here with my minty Spider-Man, Spider-Woman shirt in honor of the occasion. So I am showing off some of my Amazing Spider-Man collection that I've grabbed onto, that I've collected this past year. And anyone that saw my wish list knew that I had about 20 some odd issues to go. I can tell you that, spoiler alert, I have not finished the run, but I am super close. So this is more of an update video, but just also showing off some recent acquisitions as well as things I've had in my collection. So I'm going to end the video with two really key books that I found over the holidays. But not in that category. I'm going to start with some other ones. I found a bunch of second print Spider-Man books at a comic shop in San Antonio, Texas, when I was there over the New Year's. Had a hard time finding some shops because they were all over the place and I was centrally located with friends downtown. But I did escape and found a shop that had a lot of second prints between $4 and $10 each. So I picked up some Grim Hunt Amazing Spider-Man 634, 636, and 637. Now, the second prints can sometimes be hard to find. There's some key ones out there. I don't think I have any of the keys. This one does go for a little bit of money. I paid $10 for this one in particular, but it's a really cool black costume cover, and which I do love. And you don't find the second prints in the wild too often. So that's the Grim Hunt. I also picked up a bunch of the big time second prints, 648. A couple of these I have doubles of, I've realized, but that's okay. I couldn't remember which one I had when I originally picked these up. I like this because it does have a picture of that stealth suit there. So 648, 649, we got the Demogoblin there, or Hobgoblin I should say. 651. And 652. And these all sort of interconnect. I am looking to complete the run of these, and I only need a couple to finish the run of those second prints. And then I also picked up the second prints of 655, and it spells out Amazing Spider-Man and then something else. I don't know what it says below that. And 657. So I found those all at a comic shop down in San Antonio. Also in San Antonio at a half-price books for $1 because they were having a sale. I got $7.94 where Norman Osborn grabs Carnage. So this was the beginning of the Carnage Red Goblin saga. And then on Instagram from 2, I picked up 570, a second print. Is it a second print or just a variant? I think it's just a variant cover of Amazing Spider-Man 570. So excited for that. That's John Romita cover art. Let's put these away. So let's get into something else. Just showing off some other books I've had. I don't know if I've had this for a year or more, but Amazing Spider-Man, J. Scott Campbell negative variant. This is the cover C, I think. If anything, it's the cover. It's the negative edition, and it's the first appearance of Silk, and it is signed. So really love having this book. We'll see what they do with Silk. Some older issues, and with me, the older issues is, as long as the book is complete, I'm happy, and if I can get a decent price on it. It doesn't have to be the most beautiful issue out there. I'm collecting to be a completionist for my Spider-Man run, and I would like it to be somewhat decent. but it doesn't have to be the most perfect book. There are a couple books out there that I am looking for to be a little bit higher grade, and I'll show you some of those in a minute. But I did pick up a while back. I showed number 5 versus Doctor Doom, Vulture number 7, Amazing Spider-Man number 7. I think this might be his second appearance. Not too long ago, I picked up this one on eBay, Daredevil number 16. It was a key that I needed, an early Daredevil. Pretty complete copy. From a fellow YouTuber, I got number Amazing Spider-Man number 20, Scorpion, and 21. At a estate sale, right? This is in one of my first comic book hauls on here. I picked up number, what is this? 9. Is this the first Electro? Yeah. First Electro. Does it have writing on it? It might have some writing on the back. Picked this up there, and I was really excited. I actually had to run to the ATM to pay for that. And then Amazing Spider-Man 30. And these are all the ones I just had on hand. I have a whole bunch stored away in boxes, and I just didn't have the energy today to go find them. When I complete the run, whenever that is, I'll do a full collection overhaul. And then Amazing Spider-Man 46, my pal John Zeno made a deal with me. So awesome shocker cover and really great condition book. It's probably grade worthy. So those are some loose keys that I had. And then I made a deal on Instagram with a guy who deals in the Spider-Man Silver Age. And I showed these off in a live unboxing. 4.0 First Lizard. Looks a little dark on the screen. It's not as dark in person, but off-white pages, 4.0. My lighting sucks today. Sorry about that, people. So First Lizard key appearance. And this is the one I'm super psyched about. Green Goblin, first appearance, 7.5. This was one I wanted in decent condition. And I'm happy to look at the reports of what people are buying these for nowadays and not what I spent on this, even in the spring when I bought this. The price has risen in this book, so I'm happy to have invested in it. So those have been ones I've shown before. Also, the last one that I've shown before I get to my reveal, is this Amazing Spider-Man number 2 that I bought in an auction a couple months ago. I didn't realize when I bought it that someone had wrote Morrissey, or Mosseri, I don't know, whatever they wrote, on the cover. Looks like someone tried to fix it. But it's a solid book. I heard at one point that the number 2s were drying up. It was hard to find. Not sure how factual that is, so don't take my word for it. But number 2, God, the lights are awful. Let me see if I can, I'll just leave it for now. So that's number 2, 1.5. And ironically, it's off-white to white pages. All right. The last 2 I'm going to show you come live from Florida. I was visiting my great aunt and my mother down there for the holidays, and went to Past, Present, and Future Comics and made the mistake of asking about a particular comic in a case. And it was this book. So this is Spider-Man number 10. First appearance of the Enforcers. It has a little writing down there, which I could probably have cleaned up, but it is in really decent shape, and it was a decent price. And the guy, I didn't commit to it right away, and the guy said, "Do you know have you seen our other books?" I was like, "No, I think this is all you have." And around the corner on the cash register, there are the cash register countertop is cases, and hidden to my eye, was a bunch of other Spider-Mans, and they had all the Spider-Mans I needed to complete my set. And so I debated. My mother debated, and she's like, "Why don't you just get them all?" And I was like, "How can you do that? How can you push me to do that? Because I don't have the money for that. You don't have the money for that. Where's this money coming from?" And I'm not taking out a bank loan. So we worked a deal. I ran to the ATM, and I came home with this one, which I'm super excited about. I have been hunting this book. Number 4, first appearance of Sandman. I've been hunting this book forever. Well, most of the year. And I wanted a good copy of it, a really clean copy. This might be like a 4. I'd be surprised if it was a 5, but it might be a 5. I'm going to send this off to be cleaned and pressed and slabbed. So that's a project that'll take a while this year. So we'll see what the results are at a later point. But at Past, Present, and Future, they had them all. I got this. They had Amazing Fantasy 15. They had number 1. They had number 8. They had number 6. Yeah, they definitely did good by me. So I picked this baby up, and I couldn't be more excited. I passed on this a couple times. Once on Instagram, the guy lowered the price to a place I was comfortable with, and before I could claim it, someone else got it. And then another time, a store in New Jersey had it on their Instagram, and I almost bought it, but I hedged, and I said, no, I'm going to have to pass. So seeing this in person, opening it up, it's a really clean copy, really excited. So I have this up. I have number 6, so I don't know why I didn't take that off the list. I just did 4, and I just did 10. What does that leave me with? 1, 8, and Amazing Fantasy 15. So circling those. Those are the targets. Those, we will see what happens this year. I highly doubt that AF15 is going to happen this year, but who knows? Maybe it will. 8 is doable. Number 1 is kind of expensive as well. So we will see. I'm trying to be a little bit more disciplined, although yet last night I went online and bought a bunch of comics. So there are things that I've just wanted for a while, and they were on sale. But that's the trick. That's the eternal struggle, right? I'm trying to angle myself more towards some of the Silver Age keys and not be as much as a completionist. I'm not going to start an FF run, but if I find an FF1, great. Or I have an X-Men run, so I'm done with the X-Men. So those are really cool benchmarks to have as a collector. So these are my books. These are the ones I need. And of the haul, this is the one I'm most excited about. This first Sandman. Something about this cover. It's so classic. It's like a cartoon strip on the cover. So that's my run, and that's my haul that I've been meaning to do for quite some time. I know Reggie, IFBB Pro, has been showing off his ASM collection, which I love. I love checking out what he has. So he got me inspired to make my video today because I've been meaning to do this. Yeah, so it's the Sandman, the Green Goblin. These are the key characters from the Silver Age. And to be able to snag these at decent prices that are comfortable for me is really helpful. In order to do that, the purge has to continue, the comic book purge. Trying to sell off parts of my collection, sometimes pretty cheap, some maybe not. So that happens, but that's sort of the ebb and flow. If I'm not enjoying it, pass it on to someone who can enjoy it. But we'll continue. So the wish list. Again, I'm a realist. I didn't think I'd get a lot of these this year. I lucked out. great people in the IG community, great people on the YouTube community, and then just some good deals on eBay and at cons. So for everyone who's been part of that journey, thank you. I need to do a wish list video. These will be on the wish list, but I need to figure out what else I'm focused on. And part of that is also diverting some money to convention commissions, going to conventions, grabbing artist commissions on blank covers. That's something I really dig. And if you saw my last video, I highlight a Rob Liefeld commission that someone else did and I bought on eBay. So that's that. Spidey man, Spidey woman, and me. We're just we're done. So 15 minutes plus. Here's my haul. Sticking to it. Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate all your support. If you're new to my channel, like, comment, and subscribe down there. It's right there. So, and then we'll go from there. I'm trying to put out content as frequently as possible. So, thanks for joining. Take care, everyone. All right, bye-bye.